Justin?
Johnny, overall, how do you think the defense looked in the first game?
We played hard, physical game. A lot of things to work on, but overall, I thought the kids came out and played. We played a lot of guys, 31 guys on defense, so it was good to see.
And what was the plan just in terms of snap count with linebackers, and what do you think is the plan right now for a guy like Flo?
Just different, the rotation of how we play guys, and then obviously the package, third down package. Some guys are in, so that's how we're using the flow more and more. Obviously, the game was, it was a personnel game, so you didn't get to see the flow when you use them in 12 personnel stuff.
We'll go David and then Damian.
For both of you guys, in terms of the screen pass game, Brennan, what did you like about the way you guys were able to get the ball, your running backs in space? And then for Johnny, how would you like to defend it better because they were able to get yards in that aspect as well?
Who first? I got it. It was a huge emphasis to get our running backs the ball in a number of ways, and I don't see that changing. Those guys are really talented with the ball in their hands. You get to see those guys, they play downfield, break tackles, so we'll continue to do that.
And for us, we just got to keep, assignment sound. Guys got to understand where their fit's going to be. When you look at the explosive play, it wasn't what they did. It's us misalignment, and that's what we gave it the one explosive play we had. So guys just got to trust his, the guy that's next to him, where his help's coming from, and all that good stuff.
So Damian and then Troy.
For Johnny, when did the coaching staff start talking about giving Martell a scholarship? What were those conversations like?
That was on coach on Friday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That came out of nowhere, but I think he has earned the right to get one. He worked so hard. In the off season, he's got an unbelievable story. A kid that came out of nowhere, sleep in his car, and then just work his tail off. And he deserved a scholarship, and I think his teammates really respect him. They were fired up for him when he got it. So it was all coach.
Troy and then Brian.
For both of you guys, first, Johnny, the run defense I think ended at #1 in PFF across the country. How much do you take of that from this game? And then for Brennan on the offensive line, you guys were missing Raymond Polito, and then Sam Laney had to come in and fill in. How do you think he filled in there?
For us, that's the main focus for us, to stop the run. So we start practice that way. We start meetings that way. So our guys, that's the #1 priority in our defense. The 3 areas we talked about, how you measure a good defense is stop the run, don't give up, eliminate the explosive plays, and then take the ball away, and that's the focus.
We had a little late week injury on Ray, and so he wasn't able to suit up for this one. But Sam did a fantastic job stepping in. He'd been, repping the tackle all week, being ready to take over for Jordan if he needed to come out. But Borjan stepped in, did great. Lonnie did awesome. We had some pretty good runs early on, and were able to run the ball kind of throughout the game. So all the guys did great.
Brian and then Michael.
Brennan, Jed said that the only practice you could really even do with this 5-man line was a walkthrough in a ballroom. What does that even entail?
You're talking about which week we are right now? Last week or this week?
Yeah, like for this, between when Raymond was hurt and when you played the game.
Gotcha. That's why we cross-train our guys, so that they can jump in at any spot if we need to. It was no flinch, no blink. The guys just went out and played and did their assignments. Assignment-wise, they're really good. Technique stuff, obviously, they fixed a bunch of stuff, but knowing where they were going, who they were going to, did a great job, which is on Josh Baker did a fantastic job calling it.
Michael and then Justin.
2 for Brennan. The first one, there were a couple plays where Wendell Moe was running downfield on screens. Would he have been able to do that at this time a year ago? And then the second one, what did Jonah Coleman show you as far as his skill set?
Yeah, but Wendell this time last year, that would not have been available to us. But at the end of last season, he got in really good shape, and he's had a great offseason. He's been a fantastic member of the room, member on offense. We're really excited about what he played. He played great. And then Jonah, you can see the development from year 1 to year 2. He looks faster, looks stronger, looks quicker. Could always catch the ball really well. So that's nothing new that we didn't expect. But it was great to see that live out there. So it wasn't a surprise to us that he was able to do all that. He's been kind of showing all camp, and excited for it.
with Justin and then David.
Brennan, how much has Jaden grown as a runner since the Mississippi State game a year ago?
Oh, you're talking about the long run? So, yeah, it's kind of always, a tool we've had on our belt. It doesn't happen very often where that's the case where he's going to go out and blow it, but, it's something we're looking into, maybe do a couple more times, pretty quick out there.
Yeah, but it seemed like the game last year against Mississippi State, he was kind of reluctant to run. You think he
Gotcha.
got
Okay, so, a little bit, yeah. I mean, he's always learning, always growing. And I think he saw that, and then, the couple of games following that one, he ran the ball a little bit more. He's never been against it. He's just, been kind of was classically trained to just stay in the pocket and throw the ball. Yeah, it's an element to his game that he definitely has, and we're excited about.
And for Johnny, how different is this Mississippi State offense this year compared to last year?
Totally different. There's more to focus on running the football. This year, the quarterback's the same guy. Some of the skilled guys are back, but they're completely focused on running the ball. So it's totally different.
David?
Johnny, there were a couple times against MSU when they went 3 wide with no receiver on the one side, that you guys brought Gunner down and then had Dylan Wyatt back. Just what was the mindset in that defense? We hadn't really seen Wyatt back deep like that.
Oh, well, that's the unique thing about college football. There's so many things to defend. You see that they're going unbalanced, so there's no available receiver in the back end. So we just rotate our safeties down and play our coverage, and the run fit stays the same because he's never in part of the run fits. So that was we did it last year against Oregon. It was different guys back there, but that was the plan.
Brian?
I think you got, Johnny, 10 defensive linemen in the game, 9 in the regular rotation before it got to the late stages. Is that a good number? And do you see Tia being part of that, since he was, we thought he'd be starting and then wasn't able to do the first half?
Yeah, that's not the right number. About 9 to 10 guys. Keeping guys fresh and all that good stuff. Like I always talked about. Certain guys are playing in certain third down roles. Some guys are playing when they're in 12 personnel. You want to get bigger bodies in there. So that's by design. But like I said, all fall camp. The main focus is trying to play more D lineman guys to keep everybody fresh.
And is Tia available?
I believe so. Yeah.
Jason and then Michael.
Question for both of you. For Johnny, how do you foresee the safety competition this week with Gunner out in the first half? And then, Brennan, what kind of challenges does the Mississippi defense present?
You can see Genesis and IT more, obviously because Gunner's not available. DJ is going to, play some. So we're going to work on that, obviously, Stooks too, depending on what he's going to be doing. And so we're going to rotate some guys today in practice and then tomorrow and see what the best fit is.
Yeah, Mississippi State's defense, especially their front, their coverage is tough too. They do a really good job in their system. It's very unique. There's movement all over the place. So it's a great challenge for us. Our guys are up for it. Something we faced last year, so we have an idea of what it is. But it's gonna be a great challenge. Those guys are tough, physical, front, a lot of returning guys. A lot of guys play a lot of reps for them. So it'll be it's a great challenge. We're fired up to take the show on the road and see if we can do something.
Michael?
2 questions for Johnny. I'll ask them one at a time. The first one, what did Isaiah Ward and Ty show you in that ballgame?
A lot of things, like we do a lot of things with them, moving them around. Ty give us the flexibility to play outside and inside, and then Ward, he's just got that motor, man. I mean, he plays hard every play, and so it was good to see.
Okay, and then the second one, the defensive tackles, it doesn't really show up in the stats, the influence that they have, but when you watch the game or watch the film, what did you see? How did they
That's the
impact
first thing I pointed out on Sunday. Sundays tell the truth, and we pinpoint. If it wasn't for those 2 inside guys, some of these plays, wouldn't be made the way it fits. So they're always getting, credit in our eyes, maybe not in the stats, but in our eyes, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Jason, last question.
Yeah, Jason Martinez on 9. We talked about Coach Jensen, a lot of the size that you brought in the offseason. Is this the type of opponent where you hope to see that type of difference come to fruition?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, they're huge up front, so that's the plan moving forward. If you're gonna building defense and not building from the front. So that was the main focus going into after last season. And it's going to be a good challenge, man. I'm looking forward to it and challenge our guys to have a great week of practice and prepare really well and then go down there and play football.
All right, that's our time.